Hey everyone, welcome to our quick lesson on looking at what the inside of angles of both triangles and quadrilaterals add up to. We're going to be looking at both the triangles first and then the quadrilaterals after, so any shape with four sides, that quad in there. And then we'll be looking at a little preamble for what algebra may look like as we get closer and closer to exploring that in Math 6 this year. So first off, angles and triangles. We've already studied and looked at the types of triangles that we can have based on both side lengths and angles. So we've already seen that we can have a right triangle if the triangle has a 90-degree angle in it, so a right angle, an acute triangle if all the angles are less than 90 degrees, and an obtuse angle if one of the angles is greater than 90 degrees. But one of the things we didn't explore yet is looking at the consistency that is when we look at all the angles in a triangle, they all add up to 180 degrees. So let's have a look at that now. As we go down, we see the interior angles of a triangle will always add up to 180 degrees. So if you know two of the angles, you can always figure out what the third angle is. This triangle has three, and the answer that we have here, it has three acute angles and zero equal sides. So that means it is an acute scalene triangle. You will notice that its interior angles add up to 180 degrees. Angle 1, angle 2, and angle 3 are 70, 80, and 30 degrees. Add those up and you get 180 degrees. Now with this knowledge and our fabulous algebra skills that we're going to develop, we can solve for the missing angles in here. So what we have I'm going to get red here. There we go. Maybe. It's a little slow. Just 1 second. There we go. Okay. So if we have 75 plus 50 plus x, we know that is equal to 180. Ooh, there we go. 180 degrees. I'm never going to attempt that again. So what we have to do is add that up. So we have, okay, so go back to pointer, erase all that. What we have is if we add up 75 and 50, that would give us 125 degrees. Oh my. And so if we subtract 125 degrees from 180 degrees, that would give us 55 degrees. So the leftover from that would be this x value would be 55 degrees. The same can be said, and I'll show you some of the proofs here so it's a little easier. The same can be said for this one here. What we have to do is add up 180 degrees to all these numbers to try and get 180 degrees. 32 degrees plus 24 degrees gives us 56 degrees. How many does it take? How many more degrees does it take to get to that 180? Well, we can 80 minus 24 and then subtract 32, and that can give us 124 degrees. So this missing angle is at 124 degrees. Let's have a look at the very last one. 70 degrees plus 50 degrees gives us 120 degrees. 120 minus 180 gives us 180 minus 120 gives us 60 degrees. Now, the same can be said for quadrilaterals, so anything with four sides to them. except in this case, it adds up to 360 degrees instead of just 180 degrees. So what we have is all of these angles adding up. So if we have a perfect square, that's 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 90, and that gives us 360 degrees. Same with this example here. Even though it's not a perfect square, all of the angles still add up to 360 degrees. So just like the same proofs we had before, we can add up 60 plus 95 plus 100, and that will give us 255 degrees. If we go 360 minus 255, that'll give us 105 degrees, which would be this last angle here. Same over here. Let's try the next one. 68 plus 126 plus 106 would give us 300. 360 minus 300 would give us 60 degrees. This missing angle would be 60 degrees. And then the very last one, 90 plus 90 is 180, plus 52 is 232. 360 minus 232 would give us 128, which would be this missing angle there. So tune into the live lesson so that we can see these put on paper and go through some different examples as well. But this is a brief intro into the lesson that is showing, again, just quick review, the interior angles of all triangles equal 180 degrees. And if we have at least two of them, that means we can find what the last one is. And for quadrilaterals or any four-sided shapes, the interior angles add up to 360 degrees. And if we have at least three of those known angles, we can figure out what that last missing angle is based on that. It's a little prelude to looking at our algebraic equations. So looking at when we start looking at algebra and moving equations around. And it'll be a great intro to that. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks. Have a good day.